Hey guys, welcome back. I know you're not seeing what you think you're seeing, but yes, you probably are. We're going to try a little something different this time. We all know we're all tool fans, but I'm sure, like many of you, like me, are also knife fans. I enjoy a good pocket knife, pocket folder, etc., and I thought maybe you might too. The folks over at Artisan Cutlery reached out to me and they wanted me to showcase some of their designs, and I said, sure. Here's what happened. I picked out a couple off the. They gave me a list to look at and said, choose three of these and check them out, see what you think. Well, in the pictures, they all look the same. I'm an EDC kind of knife guy. I like a small, compact carry, and I like something that fits nicely. And this one here, let me see if I remember the name. This is the Gobi Black AR RPM 9 blade, black G10 handle. Of course, these are made in China, but Chinese stuff has come a long way in the recent years. I can remember the day when you got a Chinese knife and the blade had about a quarter inch of play in it and the handles were just plastic they stuck on there. Not anymore. These are nice. That G10 is well finished and nice. Look at that. The lanyard clip has a little thumb jimping on the back there. The blade smooth. Persian style little carrier. Yeah, so I saw this and I'm like, man, that's a nice looking little knife. I chose a couple other ones, and lo and behold, when they delivered, I was shocked. This thing is huge. Look at that. Let me run it down here. Well, I got the measuring tape. We'll show you in just a second. Same with this one. Gigantic. Now, this is not something I would everyday carry. There's no possible way. This thing is like you'd carry this in your backpack with you when you're out camping or something. Now, this one maybe not, but it'd make a good chopper. You could definitely split some kindling with that thing. The blade back is huge on this. 0.1825 inches. Let's see what we can get that in. That's 3/16. That is pretty damn thick right there for a knife blade. I believe we got the same on this one as well. Well, in the thickest part, let's see, 23/128. So that's probably just a little below 3/16 when you measure it out. 5.86 millimeters, 0.180 inches. So yeah, thick, super thick. Anyway, so far they feel like great knives. I mean, they're smooth. The handle build is lovely. I mean, they've all got the G10 with the, scalloped edges so you can get your fingers in there without having a super sharp edge. Let's open her up a little bit and see. There we go. So yeah, they came with, the two larger ones came with this lanyard with a, I'm not sure what this is yet either. I'm going to have to take a look and see if I can read up on it. But it's a little pin with a threaded edge on the side. But I don't see anything threaded on here. I'm not sure if that's a display. You plug that in the wall or what, but it's an oversized pin that doesn't thread on anywhere that I see on the knife. Anyway, look at this. Here's a little swept belly, good skinner if you want to carry this thing around. Big thumb studs that are removable. If they thread off of there, that may be part of that pin. I don't know. But look at that pocket clip. That thing, that alone is worth the price of admission. You ain't going to bend that thing out of there without a lot of work. Liner lock. And a little flipper on the back along with your thumb studs for quick deployment. But like I say, this you'd be hard pressed to sneak this around in a pocket without looking like you were packing some serious heat. It's not something I would say that would be an everyday lightweight carry, at least if you wanted to, if you're traveling in downtown troublesome USA or the bad parts of your town, this might be what you want to carry around. But intriguing nonetheless. I mean, the fit and fin, like I was saying, the Chinese knife market has come a long way. Look at the liners match up nicely. You know, it's there's some attention to detail in this thing. Like I say, I'm old enough to know, I can remember when your knives from China were, you know, you could buy them by bulk, and that was what your advertisements were put on. You wanted to put a little name brand on the blade and send them out for your stuff. They were cheap, like, 50 cents a piece. You could load them up and really get going with that. Let's see what's included in the boxes. They all came with two of them came with a little, suede wiper sheath. And I'm thinking these are all the same. Maybe the parent company is Artisan Cutlery. These are under the CJRB brand. And then this Big Daddy here was the Artisan Cutlery one. So, yeah, I've already started carrying this one around a little bit. Like I say, the little more compact one is more my speed. Not that I wouldn't carry that around, but I just don't have any use for it to carry such a honker around like that. Let's get some specs on these right quick and take a look. All right, we've got a dual scale measurement here we're going to try out now. I got a millimeters on the bottom and inches on the top, so we're going to just run it down there. You can see what we got on the... That looks like about 122 millimeters by 4 3/4, I'm thinking. Maybe a little more than 3/4. 11/16 perhaps. It's pretty close. That's closed with your blade open. You're going right a little over 8 1/4 there. And your millimeters looks like 209 millimeters. If I'm accurate on there. So that's your open, a light blade width measurement on there. If I get it straight, 0.818 inches. We flip to millimeters, 20.77 millimeters. So that's probably closer to 20, but there you go, your width on the blade. Like I say, this is a little thin, wispy model, but it feels pretty well solid. We're showing 3 inches, 3 millimeter, 3.11 millimeter on that. And that'll be about 1.225 inches width. So yeah, nice little thing. This one's got a little lighter, but still sturdy feeling pocket clip. Not near as beefy as the other two. And it is a reversible pocket clip. You can ambidextrous carry that either way you want to do it. Looks like, I'm not sure if that's Torx or hex bits in there, but 2 of them. You just flip it over and run it right in there. And with G10, be careful, don't over tighten because you can strip the threads off. Well, whatever threads they put in there. It may just be lightly done. Yeah, the blade deploys smoothly. The bearing in there is very nice. Another liner lock. And a very nice pocket clip. And an elegant knife. Nice, elegant looking knife. The red and the black, or the black with the red accents looks really nice. But, it's a knife. It's a tool, right? So, looks are one thing, but does it work? Like I say, I've been toting this around a little bit, just to get a feel for it. Use it around, opening stuff up. Nothing. I'm not doing any, knife fights with it, so don't worry about that. We're not going to be going to the pokey anytime soon. The next one up is this is the Tundra Stonewash D2 handle and green G10 handle, also made in China. Also, let's start from the clip. Look at that thing. That thing is, let's get a measurement, 0.6. That's over half an inch of width on that thing. It's going to fit down in your pocket. And it doesn't look bad. I mean, that part, but it's just a lot of knife to be toting around. Everyday carry style, but I'm sure some of you might want to do that if you're a dedicated EDCer. All right, let's see. Full length. We're looking at almost, 8 7/8 inches. And then metrically, we've got, looks like 225 millimeters. So that's open. Closed, we run Now these are just close measurements. We're not really getting a dead-on look, but it's just a toot over 5 inches on the closed width, and what is that? 129, 130 millimeters. And we looked at the blade width already. I like the sweep on this one a little better, I think, than the sheep's foot, or I'm not even sure what you would call that style. CX style, probably more than sheep's foot. But, you know, both about the same width. This might have a little more utility as a, you know, camping style knife that you carry out with you. This could be a pretty good skinner or a nice little camp knife. I'm saying, I think the thing with these is you just carry that in your backpack or your kit going out if you're doing a little camping or, you know, walkabout, and you're not really going to carry these, like I say, as a, this is not going to be something you'd have in the office to open up your letters and, you know, letter opener style, or you pull this out in a place with civilians and normal folk, and they might lose their mind in there. But both of them are, you know, well built feeling. There's not a lot of shake, you know. There, in fact, no shake. That's tolerances are tight. There's no sway in the blade. It locks up good. You got a smooth liner lock in there where it makes good contact. I mean, these are impressively built knives. Not only for their size, but, you know, same as this one. Your liner lock there. Let's see if we can get the angle on that one so you can see a good smooth. But yeah, I mean, they're not going to pop back in place too easy. It takes a little thumb work to get that in there. This one also got a flip opener, and, you know, they'll flip open. That's a lot of blade to get to swinging to get that. So you got to put a little effort into it. And you could do them down and it would open a little easier. But overall, I mean, that's a nice knife. Is it, like I say, is it for me to carry around every day? Probably not. That's a lot of knife to carry around, especially at work. You know, I'm laying around on the floor a lot. My normal everyday carry is the little Olight utility model. And you can see it's scratched up, it's got beat up. And just pocket carrying and laying on the ground, getting scraped up. These are a lot more knife, so I can see them getting a lot more banged up just from, you know, carry use. But, I mean, other than their size, that's the only part of this equation that kind of throws me stops me where I'm at. I mean, if you had that in this size, you know, a little slimmer, a little more pocket friendly, maybe, or however you want to call it, I would certainly carry that around. The same with this. I mean, both of them are nice design. That's why I picked them. The design looked really nice. I just wasn't expecting, you know, that kind of handful of knife right there. That's a lot of. I don't know if some of you guys may be old enough to remember, if you're knife guys. A knife maker named Al Marr, and he made a knife called the Sear, Survival, Evasion, Resistance, Escape. It was, you know, associated with the Special Forces of the U.S. Army. I don't know if it was officially, but there's a school that you go to as a Special Forces operator, and I'm sure now everybody goes to that. It's pilots, Green Berets, etc. But he made a knife, you know, commemorating what, and a buddy of mine got one. And that thing was just like this. I was like, you know, from the pictures, it doesn't do it justice. It seems like it's going to be a little, you know, daintier carry knife, but that thing was huge. It was like a full, you know, non-folding knife in a folding pattern. And it was a nice knife. It was well built, and it was spendy. And Al Marr got a premium price for all his stuff, but, you know, he was a custom maker back then. I'm not even sure if he's still around. I'm sure he is. This is just a giant piece of knife. A nice giant piece of knife, but if you're looking for something dainty and just to carry around with you, that might be a little bigger than we want. But still, a nice knife nonetheless. I'll leave some links in the description below if you want to check them out. I'll check and see. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and look, and if they sent me a coupon code, I'll let you know in the description. I'm not sure, but yeah, I wouldn't hesitate trying one of these out. Just thought I'd bring out a little knife show for you, and if we get any, leave in the comments whether you don't want to see any knives on this channel or you do. If we do, we'll start doing some knife work on there. I don't want to overdo any of the tools that we do, but I just got these and the brand send them, and I'm like, well, I'll try it. Because I do a little EDC, but it's mostly tool stuff. So, and obviously we're not going to EDC these, but anyway, there you go. CJRB and Artisan Cutlery. Thanks, fellas and ladies, for sending those over. We checked them out. We didn't put them through a big test yet, so we'll get to it. It may be a month or two before you see these come back through, but we'll certainly try them out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great one, and we'll talk to you later.